If you are someone who struggles with laziness and procrastination, this video is for you. Today, I want to share with you guys 7 practical tips you can use to end laziness today. Now, let's be honest. How many goals have you put at the forefront in your vision board saying, I'm going to achieve this, I'm going to do this, and then you postpone it? You don't convert them into daily habits to do. You don't track your daily habit, and you stay being exactly the same every single year. Listen, I've been there before, so you're not alone. I don't even feel like anyone's lazy. There's just habits you're consistent at. So it could be you're consistent at procrastinating, you're consistent at staying in bed, you're consistent at not doing what you need to do. That's you being consistent. So you need to change what you're consistent at. You need to change the habits you're consistent at. You've got to replace an unhealthy, lazy habit for a healthy habit and start being consistent at that. So my first tip is to start before you feel motivated. At the end of the day, motivation is such a fun feeling. We get motivated, we get pumped up, we're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make it. And I promise you, within like 5 hours, that motivation is gone. And the only thing that's gonna keep you in the game is just showing up and actually doing the thing you don't feel like doing. And sometimes we don't want to do it because we don't really feel ready. We're like, okay, no, when I accomplish A, B, and C, then I'll do it. No, start now, get better on the way. That's the best advice that I've heard. Like, you just have to do it. As Nike famously said, you have to just do it and get better on the way. I would say just a nugget, a tip is, if the task feels daunting, it feels a little bit overwhelming, just start by doing tiny steps. Let's say, for example, you have a goal of getting fit, of looking good, exercising, and you want to target yourself to do like 1 to 2 hours of working out a day. If that is overwhelming for you, start with like 15 minutes a day using resistance bands. If the idea of going to the gym and working out overwhelms you, start by using resistance bands, doing home workout, guided home workouts on YouTube. Chloe Ting is your best friend for that. It's all about starting and being consistent as a habit, and then you can improve the habit over time. Then we can transition and get you to start going to the gym. Then you can get advanced and start doing Pilates class. Like, there are levels to it, but the key is to actually start and then get better on the way. You have to realize that once you start, your brain follows. So as long as you make moves to start, the brain will always follow you and help you on the way, but you just have to start. Next up, you need to remove distractions. Distractions is not going to help you in the slightest. Distractions are here to throw you off from your progress, to throw you off from achieving your dream life. So anything or anyone that provides a distraction, limit your access to it. One thing for me recently, I've been a victim of doom scrolling on TikTok a little bit too much and getting in my feels. And so I know that I have to start adding a limit, like a time screen limit of how long I can be on TikTok for, because if not, I'm going to be consuming more than I'm posting. And that is not what I want. And so a lot of times you have to set boundaries and strict rules in place. You can have a friend who's absolutely lovely, amazing. When you guys link, you have a good time, but it's not very valuable. It's not something where you can see them consistently every day because you know you'll get distracted by them. Like, conversations are more just about shallow business and you've got stuff to do. You've got a dream life to chase. And so that might be your sign that you need to not cut them off. Of course not. But distance yourself a little bit. Like, maybe instead of seeing them every week, you see them once a month, once every quarter. You have a massive catch up and it feels like a well-deserved reward. But while you're in this transition and while you're in this process of transforming and changing your life, you cannot be around people and things that are going to distract you and stop you from achieving your dream life. I would say as well, when it comes to distraction, create an environment that promotes you to want to be productive, that promotes you to want to be focused. Ensure that your environment's clean, your clothes are folded, right? You got a nice little candle on that's giving you the ambience of smelling nice. Don't have things thrown everywhere. If you can, the last 15 minutes of your day, just use that time to just clean up and organize. So when you wake up, you're waking up to a clean environment. Like, make your environment a space that promotes productivity. And if you can, switch up your environment here and there. Like, sometimes when you stay in the same environment for too long, it stops you from being productive. So switch that up. Go to a nice bougie cafe. Essentially, guys, you have to start creating environments and being in environments that promote the productivity and that inspiration that you need. Next up, you need to change how you see yourself. Stop seeing yourself as someone who is lazy, who isn't working out, who is a procrastinator, and start seeing yourself as a woman who shows up for herself, her dreams, her goals, and is consistent in her healthy habits. The best way you can do this is by affirming to yourself that I am consistent and I am committed to building the life of my dreams. I show up for my goals every single day. I am productive. I am hardworking. Like, you've got to stop entertaining the negative thoughts in your mind that puts you down and that affirms that you're lazy, and instead entertain the positive thoughts that promote you and push you to feel your best and to actually believe in your ability to achieve success. When you do that, the game changes, because now you're starting to see yourself from a new identity. There's an identity shift that's happening, and what makes it even better is your actions will then reflect what you're affirming, because you're not just affirming it. Affirmations is one thing, but you also have to show up in that area, because now you're backing what you're affirming with action. Game changer. Like, your life will literally change. So start seeing and affirming to yourself as someone who shows up for her goal, takes action. Say to yourself, I'm someone who takes action. I'm someone who is proactive. Like, train yourself and your mindset for success. Next up, build a routine that automates action. So you want to focus on building a healthy routine that makes it almost automatic for you to do your habits. So ways you can do this is by having a clean environment, by creating a to-do list. You can have a thing called power hour. So the first hour in the morning, you attack the hardest tasks. You attack the tasks that you don't really want to do, but you focus all in on that hour. Maybe time yourself specifically for that hour, right? And when you do this, the game will change, because this will be you becoming consistent with your habit. I'll also say as well to habit stack. So basically this comes from the book Atomic Habit. Essentially what you do is you do one habit and then you follow it up with another habit. This is going to give you a 2-for-1 deal, because it will feel like you're just doing one habit overall, but you're actually doing another one straight after that habit, and that's going to become an automatic thing. Habits become automatic, I think, after 21 days. So you got to do it for 3 weeks. I've got a 30-day habit tracker on my website. This is going to be game changing, because you're going to put down your habits on the left side and track it on the right side and see how consistent you are. This is going to keep you accountable and ensure you're consistent. So definitely check that out. I'll have a link in the description. Next up, make sure you are thinking and living like your dream self. So your future you want to think, what is the mindset of my dream self? How is she thinking about her life? How is she thinking about herself? How does she perceive herself? What is her daily lifestyle routine? That is something I ask myself every single day. How does my dream self live her life? What is she doing? What are the routines she's doing? What type of lifestyle is she having? When you do this and you start to live as your dream self, the game changes, because now you're going to be in alignment with the dream version of you, which means it's only a matter of time until that dream becomes a reality. So start thinking like her and doing the things that she would do right now, and watch your life change instantly, I promise you. And lastly, keep promises to yourself. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm very good at keeping promises to other people. If I say I'm going to do something, 9 times out of 10 I'm going to do it, as long as God gives me the strength to do it, right? But I can't say the same when it comes to myself, and this is an area that I'm working on a lot more, because I feel like if you can't keep promises to yourself, you are slowly reducing your own confidence and trust in yourself. You then start to doubt yourself, and more insecurities start to stem up, because when you say you're going to go to the gym and you don't go, we're now starting to think you're unreliable. Make sure every time you say you're going to do something, you do it. And if you know you can't do it, just don't say it. Remember, in a mindset, you can do it, but I'm just saying, don't make a promise to yourself that you can't keep, because you wouldn't do the same thing for a loved one. You will make sure that you show up. So why can't you give yourself that same respect? Show up for yourself. And lastly, if you are a believer or a Christian, definitely submit this to God and pray about it. Pray God to remove the spirit of laziness, to give you the strength and the courage to be consistent, to go after your dreams and to follow his will for your life, because then the game will change. You've got both God on your side and yourself chasing your dreams. That's a game changer. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.